Okay, now I'm ready to go. Hey, good morning. How are you? Oh, there was music, Johnny. It ended just a second before you logged in. At least I think there was. I heard music anyways. Hey, good morning, everybody. You have to stop your supermodel duties of 200 push-ups, 200 sit-ups, and eat a carrot. We got to get on to our trading duties. Making the pips, huh? Making the pips. So good morning. Let me remind you that trading is risky. It's not appropriate for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, is not necessarily indicative of future results. Please stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term, never risk money you cannot afford to lose. Hey, my name is Wayne. How are you doing? I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking. It's now 9 o'clock in the morning. You probably have spent several hours in front of your charts. Good. And we got more of a day to go. So let me ask you this. Will you please click the thumbs up button? Let YouTube know that this is quality content. I hope it is. I let you be the guide. Let me know what you want me to do, and I will try to provide. I see myself as a servant in our relationship. So let me know how it can help. Technical analysis, great. Fundamental analysis, great. Trader psychology, great. There are lots of YouTube videos that I've done. In fact, there are thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of videos associated with my work. I've been doing this a long time. I've been trading Forex longer than your last guru has even been alive. But don't come here for a get-rich-quick strategy. I like long-term technical analysis. I like macroeconomics. I like fundamental analysis. So that's where, all right, that's what I'll teach. In the description below a video, you'll see links to things like my book, Strategic and Tactical Forex Trading. You'll see a link to fxbootcamp.com, the community that I run. $88 buys you a lot of hardcore Forex training. And a little bit more gives you access to our live trading groups. For example, both my live training groups now receive an extra weekly stop, look, and correct session so that you can ask questions. Hey, how do I do this? Hey, how does that work? Hey, can we go through some of my trades? Can you please give me some feedback? Compliments of the firm. No additional cost. No upgrade needed. Just need to be part of any of the live groups. That's it. We just want to help. So that's cool. You'll find a link to tradersway.com. Many of you use Tradersway as your broker. They earned my loyalty and respect many, many, many years ago. So if you open up a demo account, you might look around and go, hey, man, this is nice. It's clean. It's organized. It was easy. You can download one of the trading platforms and find out the execution speed is fast. You're like, nice. The spreads are competitively narrow. Do we record these sessions? But of course. But I believe you mean the stop, look, and correct sessions for boot campers. Yes, we do, of course. It's in the swing trading group. Anyways, tradersway.com. They want to develop a symbiotic relationship with you. They hope that you succeed. Think of the business model that they've created. They're hoping that you succeed. That's their business. If you succeed, they succeed. And you're like, isn't that the same for everybody? No. I would say, 90% of brokers throw you into a B book because they expect you to lose money, and that's how they make their profits. They laugh at you, but not Traders Way. They respect you. And they want to develop a professional relationship with you. Tradersway.com. All right, so we're trading the volatility here of the OPEC meeting. Are they going to cut 2 million barrels, 1 million barrels? What's going on? Is the sky falling? Maybe. Maybe the sky is falling. It's nice to be back in Vienna, huh? I used to tell you, I said, look, if you become a professional oil trader, so let's say you focus on the energy complex, and that's all you trade, oil and nat gas. You can do WTI, Brent, and Natty. Let's say that's all you do. But you could fly to Vienna for OPEC meetings and write it off in your taxes. Ho, ho, ho. I like me in Vienna. Yeah. Okay. So anyways, this looks nice, huh? My WTI. My WTI. Okay. This is important because this top level, okay, the top level here, this and this are statistically relevant to the downtrend, but I'm a bull. I went from bullish and not interested in trading to bullish and getting ready for trading. On Monday in the oil trading group, it's 7 o'clock in the morning, I said I am now bullish. Not bullish but not trading, or bullish and neutral, but bullish and bullish. Okay? Now, the interesting thing is this is the current danger zone, okay, where a bear could bring this down, in which then I want to buy it up, or it breaks through and then I want to buy that next dip. Because no matter what, think of it. Think of it. If I'm a bull, I can only buy dips. So, as of Monday, I'm a dipper. Good morning, Raul. RK's in the house. Thank you for joining the community. Yeah, thank you, Hope. Yeah, we got our 2M. This is a real slap in the face to the White House. Massive slap in the face. Okay? Massive, massive, massive slap in the face. Unbelievable. Thank you, Majib. Massive, massive, massive slap in the face to the White House, but really flipping the bird to America. And I'm worried that OPEC is that buddy-buddy with Putin, too. And I'm like, really? Because I know they need a veto at the United Nations. I get that. But if Putin's going to lose the war, then they're still hardcore aligned on the wrong team. I think Biden should be cutting restrictions on oil, drilling for oil and fracking, making permitting process faster, making regulatory costs cheaper, maybe even a 3-year moratorium or something. But instead of calling, accusing them of the oil companies of gouging Americans, I think he should have an energy meeting at the White House, invite them all over, buy them dinner, and say, drilling for oil is a good American industry. It requires big, tough, strong men with big, tough, strong trucks. And that's what America's all about. Make sure you put an American flag on your hard hat. This is what we do. It's hard. It's difficult. It's dirty. That's what America do. Okay? Like, it's the strategic part of the American way of life. And we're going to do it better than anybody else has ever done it before. Okay? Politicians are going to stand on the sidelines of an oil patch and shout, USA, USA, USA. But that's not what's happening, and that's why we have a shortage of oil, and we just got our ass whooped, by the way. That's what this is. This is the rest of the world, which used to be our friends, by the way. The oil-producing countries of OPEC and Russia just said, F you, America, go screw yourself. It's that bad. Seriously, that is nuts. I thought 1 million barrel cut is what we were talking about a couple of days ago. I thought that was like serious. Okay? I thought that was serious. But 2M is insulting. Like, wow. So anyways, I've talked about this way too much because I talk about it in the oil trading group all the time. But now Stevie says, hey, why does Brent and WTI follow each other? It's a global, ubiquitous product. Unlike natural gas, which is not. Nat gas in Germany is expensive. Nat gas in the United States is crazy cheap. Although it's up 700% from what it used to be, it's crazy cheap relative to what's going on in Europe. Okay. Hope oil's used for so much more than transportation. I believe we all will move towards electric vehicles. Okay? I think it's even necessary to go to talk about this, to prove that it's just not some speech or something. I think one of the worst inventions of all time was Tata making a cheap car. So you mentioned India, right? Oh, look at the volatility. I think one of the worst inventions was a cheap car for Indian drivers. That would just destroy the environment. Brent goes everywhere, my friend. Okay. I cover in great detail. Actually, I cover it probably 3 times in the oil trading course. And one of them is an interview that is done between the oil brokers and the oil buyers and the oil shippers. Okay. But anywho, I gotta move. Give me the juice. There's a lot of volatility, all that kind of stuff. But I gotta move on.com. What else? I guess I should check out my gold trade. I don't know how it'll do with that OPEC news. Let's see. Okay, so we have some upward movement here in gold on a 5-minute chart. I shorted this just below 1725. We're at 1710, so I got about $15 profit on this. I'm just interested in seeing how far it falls relative to, I guess I should back up. NFP is going to be important to this trade. Earnings are going to be important. So like, for example, I think a lot of companies are struggling to be profitable and they're going to start laying people off. But that will improve their margins. So we're going to see, for some companies, margin compression, some margin stability, because some are already cutting costs, others are not cutting costs, all that kind of stuff. Okay? Well, good job, Hope. Okay, so we have a lot of news over the next 10 weeks that could really impact, well, really, truly everything. So when we're talking about aggregate demand, AD, we're talking about everything, right? So for example, if interest rates continue to rally because the Fed is going to continue to jack up interest rates because inflation is not falling, then aggregate demand for everything's going to fall. Like the stock market falls, and if you get margin called, you're going to need to sell some gold. Or if interest rates are going up in the bond market, that means the bond market's falling. So you get a situation like, what do you do with a 60-40 portfolio when the stock market is falling and the bond market is falling? Well, you're going to sell your gold position to pay for all that stuff. So, that's why there's aggregate demand and collapse. So that could be the story for the next 3 to 6 months. And then the next story would be maybe quite the opposite. Now, again, for those that have paid money to be in the oil trading course, what did I charge? $250? Okay. They already know what my strategy is going to be with oil, and why that strategy may actually lead to a stock market decline. A decoupling, maybe. Cool. Good morning, PDV. Matrix got blocked, but I can tell you, Matrix, I love capitalism and elitism. I'm an elitist. Okay? I'm an elitist for sure. I don't care what God you pray to. I don't care what color of pigment is in your skin. I don't care who you make love to. But I'm an elitist for sure. I like kick-ass people that are hugely focused and driven. And if that comes with a bit of success and that leads to a little bit of, confidence. You don't want to be egotistical because that'll lead to mistakes. But boy, you don't find too many elitists that are, not confident. So I like I like focus-driven people. In any walk of life, if you're a peanut farmer, but you're the world's greatest peanut farmer and you're turning the peanut farming world upside down, you're the king of Plains, Georgia, then I want to talk to you. I want to hang out with you. I want to listen to you, but I might need a translator because of your Georgian accent. Yeah. But you know, like whatever it is, the world's greatest gardener. Okay? I don't care what you do, but if you care about what you do and you do it very, very, very well. Yeah. So I'm an elitist for sure. Okay? For sure. Mediocrity? Yeah, world's greatest sorghum. Huh? For sure. Yeah, I know Gilroy garlic. Yeah, oh yeah. I've definitely been to the garlic festival several times, but I used to drive past the garlic, the factory where you have to take that sharp 90-degree turn. Of course, I'm talking about a road that was there 30 years ago, so it's probably a huge freeway and doesn't have a 90-degree turn anymore. But there was a time you had to make a 90-degree turn and you drive right in front of that factory. And one time I drove right past. I'd been driving for hours. And I drove right past. As soon as I got home, I mixed garlic with olive oil and just poured it all over spaghetti and just ate it because I couldn't wait to get home. I needed to eat garlic because the smell is just so incredible. Gilroy. So anyways, here's how I would mark this if I were me. Okay, I mark it this way. But of course, you can see this is just the daily sell zone on top of the weekly sell zone. Okay. And this is a monthly resistance pivot. So there's a lot going on here. You're like, Wayne, I can't see the weekly. Well, right? Well, anyways, do it this way. I don't know. Is it weekly or daily? No, it's daily. So the daily sell zone is right here. So one reason I sold here is it's the best selling price of the day if you're a bear. Davis, way up in Davis. What are you doing down in Gilroy if you're a Davis boy? Davis is way north compared to Gilroy. So anyways, let's move on.com. Let's take a look. Well, I guess we got to do Bitcoin, right? Gold, oil, and Bitcoin. So we've done all of that. Let's right. What does this look like to you? Probably risk off. Don't you stink? Let's throw down some price action pivot points. Okay. And by the way, I feel really good. I want to tell you. I feel really good. This week we moved the Asia. We in the day trading group we meet pre-Asia to sell Asia before the London boys, right? We're there to front run the London boys. If we think the market's going to go up, we want to buy it low before the London boys, right? Sit down with their black tea for their trade of the day. We're the opposite. It's all about front running. And we used to meet at 7 p.m. and it would go to 8:30, and then I'd have to upload, and it was 9:30, and then Shanghai opened, so then I'd be doing that. And the thing is, hey man, it's a hard work, it takes a lot of energy, and it's all that kind of stuff. And I can tell you, it was overwhelming the amount of work on my shoulders. And now this week we moved to the U.S. equity close. So now we watch the close of equities and then the close of futures and then the close of, rollover at 5. So we got the 4, the 415, and then the 5. And all of that is still setting us up for the front run for Asia. Like selling gold, actually, that's when I did it yesterday, is right around 4 o'clock. And, it feels so good. I'm just telling you, it feels so good. And I hope you feel good too. It's always a wonderful feeling, right? Got to feel good. Matrix is now talking about the Jelly Belly plant, but that's not out. That's out. That's out. That's out from there too. That's north and east, right? Like, where is that? Pleasanton? Man, you're all over the place. Yeah, so Hope took the same trade at the same time, likely for the same reasons. Diago says, yeah, meeting with Ryan is great. Yeah. Well, it's good because he forces you guys, right? Because very often I'm like, hey, who wants to review a plan? Hey, who wants... And nobody says anything. So I'm like, okay, fine. Cool. So, hey, yeah, if that gets you to open up, then awesome. Yeah. Yeah. It's also one of the best parts of the swing trading group, right? So now if you can kind of get, like, that's for the more experienced traders, right? So if you're on Tuesdays, if you're working on reviewing your trades, this is how it would be good for an experienced trader. You can go step by step and get feedback for a plan for a trade you're planning or a trade that you've been in, and you can go and get feedback, because at that point, you know what a 5-8 cross is, you know what a pivot point is, that kind of stuff. You understand price action, but we're always trying to improve. So you can get that kind of feedback. And then we kind of do that in swing trading group too. When you're presenting, I'm not nitpicking you on the candles, but I am asking you, well, why? And then how do you do this? And when would you do that? And when would you do this other thing? When would you stop? When would you get in? When would you let it run? Why did you do this? And it's more like why? With Ryan, it's more like how. And that's really good. Both of those things are fantastic for experienced traders. But even for a newer trader, now you don't have to be so afraid to say, Wayne, what is a 5-8 cross? And I chop your head off. I scream and yell and humiliate you. You're like, I'll never ask that again, right? So it's really good for those that are just going through the training videos and you're trying to connect, sort of theory with practice, if you will. Right on, Hope. Well, I'm glad you're finding success, Hope. That's the whole point of me doing this is I want you to make so much money that taxes are going to be a problem. So to avoid paying taxes and to make the world a better place, you're going to donate a whole bunch of money to a hospital to build a children's cancer ward. And at the groundbreaking ceremony with the golden shovel donated with all your Forex profits, it's announced that you're naming the Children's Cancer Ward the Wayne McDonald Children's Cancer Ward of XYZ Hospital in honor of your learning experience. that allowed you to make such a generous donation, and avoid giving it to the government so they spend it on things like golden toilet seats. Cool. Yeah. And I'm an only child. I love stuff like that. You're like, yeah, it's a little shallow, Wayne, right? To have your name on a bulletin board. I'm like, yeah, I know, right? It's awesome. Right? I love you loving me is what an only child is thinking. I love you loving me. All right. Too much truth though, right? See, when I was a kid, all my friends were invisible, right? I'd just sit in the corner playing with all my friends. Fast forward 40 years and I'm sitting here talking to my invisible friends. Not a lot has changed, right? I swear to you, they're going to make advancements in medicine, and they're going to give me a pill, and I'm going to wake up and find out that I've just been talking to an empty room. There's no YouTube. There's no nothing. My computer doesn't even have electricity. I'm just some crazy person sitting in his room, in his basement, talking to a computer not even plugged in. No, I got thousands of people listening to me. Grandpa's crazy. It's all in my head. That's why you can buy a clue. For some reason, that made me think of Wheel of Fortune, right? Okay, it's to Wayne for $200. Thank you, Pat. I would like to buy a clue. They're like, a clue? Yeah, can I call a friend? They're like, no, you have to choose a letter. Well, that's the thing, Pat. I don't know. I can't figure this one out. I don't know what letter to choose. But I don't know. If I could ask the audience, that would be great. They're like, you're mixing up the show. Okay, but anyways, euro dollar. Okay. That's so funny. Yeah, I had forgotten I was on the euro dollar. I looked at it, like, honestly, I had to take a pause there. I had too much laughing, too much fun. You guys are terrible. We have too much fun. We can never focus. And I'm like, have I been talking about gold while staring at a euro dollar chart? Like, I really looked at it and I'm like, oh my God, I've been calling it gold this whole time. But shoot, it's euro dollar. No, I forgot. I shorted this too. Sorry. So anyways, yeah, look at that. Huh. That's a pretty good trade, Wayne. Whale oil B. All right. Well, I don't even remember it. Dude, yeah, these days are just so crazy. I'm like, I don't even remember yesterday. I'm like, what did I do? Well, let's see. I think it's simply sell the monthly sell pivot, right? Right? So look, how does this go? I mean, did I do this last night during coaching or something? Like, I must have thrown down a limit order or something. What the hell, Wayne? So let's go back to the way it was set. Okay. So this price here, let me mark this. What a nice little treat. Okay. Okay, that is the best. Okay, let's do it this way. Okay. This thing here is the best selling price for the month of October. So I shorted it. Yep. That's that. I'm a bear. Think of this. By the way, my super secret fundamentally based alert service is going to, I don't want to like oversell it. So it's going to revolutionize everything you do as a trader and bring massive success to your family and household. Look, this pair has been up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days straight. And I'm a bear. And I love it. Okay? There was only 2 choices of what you could do as a bear, and both of them required patience and discipline. Sell in this zone or sell in this zone. And I believe I covered this on Sunday night, by the way. Can anybody confirm that? On Sunday night, so you have to be in my day trading group, I said there's only 2 things that can be done here. Sell there if you get the setup, or sell there if you get the setup. And now I'm short on the top. I'm either not going to lose money or I'm going to drive this down, way down. To all I can confirm is 93.5. And I'm basically short at parity. So I'm going to make 700 pips or I'm going to lose 3. Okay. I'm like Aaron Judge. I'm not trying to get on first base. I'm not trying to get on second base. I don't give a damn if I strike out. I'm not going to go for a triple. Every ball thrown my way is going to go to the parking lot or into the pitcher's mitt. By the way, sometimes you just have to laugh at yeah, totally, right? Yeah, you have to laugh at media, both, you're right, conservative and liberal. It's so ridiculous. America's so funny right now. It's just so funny. But I have a feeling politics has been the same. If you watch The Life of Brian, there's a scene, for example, and this is what year was Life of Brian? 71? 72? 75? I don't know. A long time ago. There's a scene where they're sitting, the United Liberation Front or something. They're sitting in the grandstands of the Coliseum. And they hate the government. And they're anti-government. Was it 1979? Thank you. That's even later, but still, it's still a while ago. And they're having this conversation and they're politically correct, right? One guy is politically correcting other people and interrupting them as they speak so that what they're saying is politically correct. And then they're having discussion about gender roles and the rights of gender or non-binary. And this is 1979. I'm like, oh my God, that could be today. And shoot, that threw me off. Now I don't remember what we were talking about. Shoot. Now you have to watch The Life of Brian, though. We were talking about this trade. We were talking about the day trading group. We were talking. Yeah, what was it? It does repeat itself. Yeah, it's so cliche, but it's incredible how today and now it is. So, anyways, we were talking about the politics. But what were we talking about in politics? I got sidetracked. I think we were talking about the day trading group and being set bearish. Too bad. It was important, but then I got distracted. What was it? Nobody even remembers, right? Yeah, that makes sense too. What were we all talking about? History repeats itself. Politics. There could have been so many different angles. Pop quiz. Yeah, pop quiz. Who was paying attention? Right. Sunday night trading group got that. The dollar. People on both sides being absurd. You got to, because, is gold kicking ass? Yeah. Someone's going backwards. Maybe I should go backwards and listen. Oh, gee. Plan A and Plan B. I remember that. I remember doing it. But the absurdity of politics. Oh, that's right. We were talking about Aaron Judge. So Aaron Judge broke a record that's like 126 years old or something. Pretty impressive. Better than Babe Ruth. Better than Roger Maris. He breaks the record by hitting a home run. All this is good news. And then Bloomberg says, and the guy that caught it was a rich banker. I just thought that was funny. Like, why does it matter? Why do you care? He was a rich banker. He was a New Yorker. Was it 60 years? But it doesn't matter. 60 years is a long time. 126, 60. What's the difference? Come on, Joseph. Yeah. The guy that caught it is a rich banker. What an asshole is what Bloomberg was saying. The funny thing about Bloomberg is he's also a rich asshole. Anyways. Well, I'm not saying they're messed up, but I think they all are. It's all pretty, right? Is that right, Johnny? I don't even know. Was the game in Texas or in New York? I guess it was New York, right? Is there bankers in Texas? It's all oil, man, in Texas. Must have been in New York. Cool, man. Was it in Texas? Yeah, interesting. I thought it was, but then I'm like, wait. There's rich bankers catching baseballs? Yeah, maybe he was in New York or he flew out in his private jet. Now he's got a ball. Yeah. All right, so anyways, the dollar's doing well. That's good. The point I was trying to make here is I don't care if it goes up for 5 days. I don't care if it goes up for 8 days. I don't care if it goes up for 10 days. If I'm a bear, I'm going to sell it high. I have very specific rules of engagement. And if it now goes higher, I will stop. But it has not, and I am ready, willing, and able to take this down. All of it. You're like, Wayne, what do you mean all of it? Okay? All of it. So for those that are in my day trading group, I want to reemphasize to them specifically. The whole time it was going up, I said I was not a bull. I don't want to buy it. I want to wait for my signals. I want to wait for my entries. I want to wait for my price action. Okay? And this all looks pretty attractive to me. Okay? For those in my swing trading group, there's a lesson here. We blew the doors off of this, right? You guys remember? I exited here for profit as a bear. Then you had to wait to sell. The reason I say swing traders is, okay, check this out. You know what that is. You're a swing trader. You're in the swing trading group. We talk about this type of trade all day, every day. The thing is, where most traders get lost is they're only looking at the smaller time frames and they don't see the change. So here's what happens. Sell, 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 sell. Sell, 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 sell. Buy, 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 buy. Buy, 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 buy. Sell, 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 sell. Sell, 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 sell. And what happens? Okay, I want you to think about this. If you're analyzing your trades and you're like, hey, I'm pretty good, but I tend to be break even. It's because you're buying here, losing money, selling here, making money, selling here, losing money, buying here, making money, buying here, losing money, selling here, making money, selling here, losing money. And you're like, I'm a pretty good trader, but I think the market's manipulated because it seems to go down, and then once it starts falling, someone's trading against. And then once it starts get going, it's good. We have a good couple of days, and then someone's manipulating the market and trading against the market and pushing people out and hunting stops and all this gobbledygook. And what is being missed by the average retail trader is that there was a sell here, and it's never changed. Okay? There was a sell and an out. Now, for those that do trade with me live, and I was buying dollar across the board, I was short Aussie, I was short Kiwi, I was short pound, What took me out of my pound dollar short? What took me out of this trade? It was probably on this chart, though. We talked about it day after day after day. Day after day, I would move my stop. Day after day, I would ho and hum. Should I get out or should I stay in? Should I get out or should I stay? Higher, high, higher, low? Niet! Think about my stories, okay? Training wheels. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Training wheels. It's not really a story. I guess it's an analogy. I don't think I have a story to reinforce it, but maybe I should create one. Anybody else want to take a guess? See, if you reach out and type the answer, even though you think it's obvious, if you reach out to your keyboard and type it, you're using a part of your brain that has to recall the answer and then translate it into English and then translate it into keys on a QWERTY keyboard and type it in. You also have to deal with the fear of public humiliation. What if you put the wrong answer in? What if you look stupid? What if you look like a fool? What if people laugh at you? But once again, what happens is you file all this information in your brain, and different parts of your brain, and you might actually end up remembering the answer. And isn't that the point? Steve says, let them run. But no. I asked, how did I know to get out? Type in a question mark if you don't know. Take profit at zone. No, because look at the one before. Matrix says I have to review my notes. Good answer. Type in a question mark if you don't know. You just like, I have, no. Higher, low, break, no. These are good. You're guessing, but you should know. You could say, well, the break of market integrity. That's not what I said. That's not what I did. I showed this over days. I showed it over days. Hit my 3-to-1. Many of them did. Actually, that might have taken me out of this one. Sorry. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's why. Maybe it was the other ones. I apologize if I'm on the wrong currency pair, but the logic is still going to be the same. 5A cross, no. Okay. Not thinking about it now, I think that Michael is right. I think I just hit my 333. Okay, but the answer I was looking for is PSAR. And I used it on all my trades at the time. Ooh, look at that. There we go. Okay. So yeah, this one I think I did get taken out. But on the other ones, like maybe we can do Aussie dollar, for example. Maybe that's, yeah, we'll do Aussie dollar here on a 4-hour. Okay. Yeah, this was one for sure, because I remember this one now. I jammed my stop. Okay. We talked about it here, what I was going to do, and I decided to stay short. And then it actually took us out, but I ignored it because it happened overnight while I was sleeping, and then resumed again, and I got taken out down in here. Noise! Anyways, so yeah, but the answer was PSAR. And then, of course, this is the obvious exit as well. Okay, if that's the obvious exit, okay, what's the obvious entry here? Well, this is very neutral right now, believe it or not, because dollar has been weak, and then Aussie dollar has regained some strength, But now we're going back to probably a little bit more of what was happening, where we find out NFP is actually a good number, which means the Fed's going to have to raise even farther. Meanwhile, Aussie's only raising by a tiny bit compared to other central banks. And so we kind of go this way again. Now, you can see, right, I'm basically going to call that the top. I'm going to pretend it's that. And so that sets up the reverse, okay, which means the reverse of that, okay, this was the buy zone for bulls. I'm going to call that, and then so we're going to come back down to the bottom of the range, but I think based on fundamentals that we'll end up doing this. Okay. Once again, my super secret, fundamentally based alert service says, technically this has stopped falling, but don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype as unequal. Can I get this through to you? My 98s are booming in my trunk with funk. All you punks can't stop my dunks. False media, we don't need a Dewey. Yeah. Oh, I killed my charts. Well, I didn't mean to do that, but maybe if I'm rapping Public Enemy 1991, maybe it's time, huh? So anyways, thank you for being a part of my life. You're good people. I'm an elitist, and that means I like you because you're focused, you're driven, you're hardcore, you're disciplined. So I like you. You're my kind of people. So thank you. I will see you at 4 p.m. Have a wonderful day. I wish you the best of luck, and I'll see you at the close if you're in my day trading group. Swing trading group, we meet tomorrow, so I'll see those. For everybody else, I'll see you in the AM. Hey, remember, open an account at tradersway.com and become a member of FX Bootcamp. That's the secret sauce, my friend. Cheers.